Hello, everybody. Welcome to my informative presentation. I'm Dryden Robinson. This is for Marketing 2390, and I've decided to speak today on fatherhood, specifically the joy that I have found as I've become a father, and about why we need fathers in our homes and communities. What is the purpose of fathers? What do they contribute to our homes and our societies and our families? This is my son, Hudson. He is my visual aid today. And you might be wondering why I am not in professional business attire. And that is because I decided to dress for the part. I am in professional dad attire. This is my usual getup when I am home with Hudson and helping to take care of him and taking a load off my wife's shoulders. But all jokes aside, being a father has been the greatest blessing of my life, and it has taught me some of the most important life lessons in a very short span of time that anyone or anything has ever taught me. And I wanted to go through that a little bit with you guys and talk about some of the joys that I found. So let's dive in. Some of the joys, some of the things I love about being a father is seeing how much my son looks like me. I know that I look like my dad and that my dad looks like his dad. I've seen pictures of my father when he was young. I've seen pictures of my grandfather when he was young. And there's a very striking resemblance between all of us. But I never really believed that my son would look so much like me until I saw him as a baby. And then my mother sent me baby photos, and I saw just how much I looked like Hudson and Hudson looked like me as a child. And that was wild to me. It blew my mind. But it brings me a lot of joy and comfort knowing that there's a clear family resemblance and that my son looks like me and that he will carry on my legacy and my family's legacy. Some of the other things I love about being a father are just all of the little things. I love watching Hudson grow and learn about the world. He loves to just sit and stare. He does not cry very often, which I love, but not every baby does that. I'm sure not every one of my children will do that. But Hudson does not cry very often. He loves to just stare and take in and process the world around him. I love watching that process happen. I love watching him grow and learn, even though it makes me a little sad. He's already out of his newborn clothes. He's into his 0 to 3 month clothes now. But I love watching him grow and understand and figure out how to live, how to eat, how to sleep at the right time, how to tell us when he's tired or hungry or something's bothering him. It's been one of the greatest joys of my life to experience being a dad and having a child. So I wanted to talk a little bit about my role as a dad in our home. I am the primary provider in our household. My wife also works part time for a company that she loves with her family. But I am primarily the source of income for our family, and I take great pride and great joy in being able to provide for my family. And not every family does it that way, and that's totally fine. It's just something that I find a lot of joy and satisfaction in being able to bring money in to the home and to put food on the table and to provide for the things that we need. That is part of my role as a father. But I've also found that the biggest role that I have is supporting my beautiful wife. And as much as I love my son, none of this would be possible without my wife and all of the pain and the extreme challenges that she faced in bringing our son here, and then the challenges that he faced to come home. My wife lost a lot of blood. She lost about 1,200 units, which is many times more than the average amount of blood loss that a woman will experience during labor. And then Hudson stayed in the NICU for about 3.5 weeks, and that was incredibly challenging to come home without our son. As any parent will know and identify with, it was one of the greatest challenges of I think our lives, not being able to have our son with us while he was struggling and while we were trying to figure out how to adapt to being parents but not having a child in the home just quite yet. but he did so great, and now he's back. And it is now my role to assist my wife in whatever she needs. She is breastfeeding, so oftentimes it falls upon me to change the diapers and pick out the clothes and do the clothing changes, and I'm perfectly okay with that. There's a lot of people who don't love diaper changes. I cannot tell you how many diapers we've gone through. It's an insane amount. But it's just part of the job, and I love it. I love being able to step into this role as a supporter and a comforter, and to help assist my family, my son and my wife, in whatever they might need. And um, that leads me into talking about why we need fathers. I wanted to share a couple statistics with you that I found. But children with fathers are 39% more likely to earn A's in school compared to those without fathers. Also, the rate of children without fathers that are incarcerated is about 85%. So, about 85% of children who are in prison for committing crimes do not have a father in the home. And I find that incredibly impactful. um, it has also been proven that um, teenage daughters specifically, that have a father in the home are 7 to 10 times less likely to have a teen pregnancy. All because they have a strong role model in the home, and a provider, someone that can protect them, and someone that they can look to for those positive relationships and examples in their lives as to what a man should be and provide for them. And I find that incredibly interesting. But it also just goes to show how much our communities and our homes and our families need fathers. Children who are engaged with their fathers in their upbringing typically have higher IQ tests and show improved cognitive skills. So, having a father and a mother in the home that is involved, that takes time to speak to their child, read to their child, sing to their child, those are all important developmental skills to get your children on the right track and to help them understand where they fit in this world and what their role is or what they might want it to be, and to help guide them on that path. And so, in summary, one of my favorite points that I've learned from this class when it comes to making a summary is to tell you what I told you, to summarize it for you. And I cannot express enough how much joy being a father brings to me in my life, that it brings to my family. I am the firstborn, as is my wife, and this is the first grandchild, and it is a beautiful blessing. And we need more moral role models in our homes and in our societies to show children good examples and to show them what they should and can be in life. We also need them to help raise our children, to have children, and to bring them up in good ways. We would not have societies without families. They are the building block of society as we know it. And so I would encourage each of you to be the kind of person that you want to be seen, in your homes and in your families. Whether or not you plan on having children, whether or not you plan on being a father, being a mother, being a parent, you should be the kind of person that these children can look to in life, and can inspire them to accomplish great things and be great people. And that is my talk and my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you learned something and feel inspired to do something. Thank you for listening.